Before we start on the Scrum events, let us look at the 3 pillars from the Scrum. I hope you are not getting annoyed as I'm bringing these pillars in every other topic. In fact, these pillars upholds the entire Scrum framework and leaves me no choice but to refer to them every now and then. In this video, we are going to talk about the Scrum events, and I must say that each of these events is a formal opportunity to bring transparency, a formal opportunity to inspect, and a formal opportunity to adaptation. The Scrum events are so much designed around the 3 pillars. If you miss any of these events, it results in the reduced transparency and is a lost opportunity to inspection and adaptation. Therefore, please ensure you don't miss any events in the Scrum. If you follow all of the Scrum events, you don't need any extra meetings. Scrum events bring regularity and rhythm. You might remember from the previous video, there are 5 events defined in the Scrum guide. They are Sprint, Sprint Planning, Daily Scrum, Sprint Review, and Sprint Retrospective. All of these events are time-boxed events. What does that mean? Time box is a predefined period of time during which the event must be accomplished. Scrum event is not allowed to exceed the predefined time box duration. Let us look at the time box duration of each event. Sprint is time box of 1 month. Duration of the sprint can be less than a month. However, sprint cannot be more than 1 month. Let us assume we have sprint event of 1 month. For 1 month sprint, sprint planning is time boxed to maximum 8 hours. Sprint review event cannot exceed 4 hours of duration. And sprint retrospective meeting is limited to maximum 3 hours for 1 month sprint. For shorter duration sprints, these events can be shorter. However, daily Scrum is always limited to 15 minutes every day, no matter if the sprint is of 1 month or less than 1 month. Daily Scrum is 15 minutes time-boxed event for any duration of the sprint. So, we have seen not to exceed time limits for all the events. You may ask, can we finish the event early? Except the sprint, all remaining events such as sprint planning, daily Scrum, sprint review, and sprint retrospective may finish earlier than the predefined duration if the purpose of the event is achieved. If these 4 events can finish early, then what is special about the sprint? The duration of the sprint can be 1 month or less than a month. Once the sprint is initiated with a specific duration, that duration is frozen. In the middle of the sprint, you cannot shorten or lengthen its duration. But why are the Scrum events time-boxed with fixed maximum duration? This is done to maximize the productivity. We want Scrum team to focus on the real problems instead of going into too much unnecessary details. Let us summarize. We have 5 Scrum events. Sprint is the container event and it contains rest of the 4 events. They are sprint planning, daily Scrum, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. All events are time-boxed events with a not-to-exceed duration. Sprint cannot be more than 1 month duration. For 1 month sprint, the upper time limit is 8 hours for sprint planning, 4 hours for sprint review, and 3 hours for sprint retrospective. Daily Scrum is always limited to 15 minutes. These 4 events can finish early if purpose of the event is achieved early. However, the duration of the sprint is frozen the moment it is initiated. In the next videos, we are going to learn about each event in detail. So, what are you waiting for? Let's dive deep into sprint event in the next video.